Hello and welcome, Wargamers, to our Age of Sigmar battle report today at 2,000 points. I am Luka from MiniWarGaming.com, our host for today's game against my guest, Brett, returning guest, Brett. And we are going to be playing Slaves to Darkness against the Lumineth Realm Lords. I'm the elf player today.
We play and call it work. MiniWarGaming's Age of Sigmar battle report.
I really wanted to put the Lumineth Realm Lords on the table for you fine elf lovers out there, and I don't know, I've been kind of itching to play them for a bit too. I'll be running them in a Venari battle host formation. It's the closest akin to the old high elf way of war. That's what I'm trying to emulate with this list today too. So a little bit of cav, a little bit of archery, a little bit of reaver bolt throwers, all that fun stuff in today's list. My first regiment will include my general, a Venari Lord Regent, and with him we have, I really wanted to make this one squad of Dawn Riders, but I'm going to run them as two, because it might have more of an impact on the game, though with the battle host, having lots of reinforced units of Venari is kind of nice. Anyways, 2 Dawn Rider units, and then the other 2 elements of his regiment, because he's the general, is 1 reinforced unit of Wardens and a unit of Sentinels. My second unit will have a Wizard. It's going to be a Cathaller, led by, or joined by some Blade Lords acting as a bodyguard. They are also reinforced. My last regiment will include a Bolt Thrower there, and the Wardens, led by the Light of Altharian. This is upon request from Caleb. He plays Lumineth in-house here, and I don't know, it's just a great model. Hard to not run it, you know what I mean? He is not the general, but he will add some much-needed martial support to the list, I hope. And we'll see. And of course, fancy floating piece of terrain. We're going to keep it simple with the Manifestation lore and run the Lumineth one as well.
Hey MiniWarGaming, this is Brett. I'm returning with my Slaves to Darkness. It is going to be a God's Wrath warband. We're going to have 2 regiments. The first regiment, led by my Demon Prince, he is going to have the Conqueror's Crown artifact and the whatever the fights twice general trait is. In addition to the rest of his regiment, he has both a chosen unit and a warrior unit, both reinforced. Everything in this regiment is going to be Mark of Nurgle. Moving on to the second regiment, it is led by a Chaos Sorcerer Lord. He is going to have the Mark of Nurgle, and he is leading a reinforced unit of Chaos Knights with the Mark of Khorne. They are green, but if you look at the banner, that is a Mark of Khorne sigil for sure. And then the last part of that regiment is going to be a 10-man, non-reinforced Mark of Nurgle Chaos Warrior.
I remember that from last time.
Yeah. Yep, and included in my Manifestation lore is going to be the Aether Void Mechanisms, I believe it's called. But we got the Pendulum, we have the Quicksilver Swords, and the Chronomantic Cogs.
Today we play Shifting Objectives with an interesting deployment. Well, not that we're changing the deployment in general is just interesting. There's 3 objectives, they're all in no man's land, not even bordering territories. And the numbers of them, going left to right, 1, 2, and 3, is relevant because you're going to determine which one is going to be primary and which one will be the secondaries for every battle round. And then you just roll after you know who has priority, a D3, and then that's the primary, the other ones are the secondaries. And the way scoring is going to work at the end of each of your turns for standard stuff here, 1 for each secondary you control, 2 if you control the primary, and then of course 2 if you have more than your opponent out of all of the objectives, and then 4 if you're able to complete your battle tactic. So you can get a perfect score of 10, though that would mean you hold every objective and you did your battle tactic every turn. The underdog bonus in this mission will be to force the active player to re-roll the dice for the primary objective. Now the active player is supposed to be the one to re-roll, so if you're the underdog and you're active, well, you can re-roll it if you want, or not, up to you. Now for deployment, we're going to deploy along the long table edges. We're only going to be deploying 11 inches up, and we can't deploy along the entirety of the long table edge. We get a quarter of it taken away from us. We are fighting on the outskirts of some sort of chaotic outpost here, some quarry of sorts here. I got a full 6x4 board set up for today's game, but we're using this wall of chaos here to determine where the cutoff is. So that's a foot of the board cutoff there. We're going to avoid playing within 2 inches of the edge here. Just for anyone who's too curious, we got our 3 objectives in the middle of the board, and we got ourselves a heck of a layout today. And we're using the match play setup for the terrain as well, so these are obscuring pieces, using the smoke to represent that on both of the pieces there and defining the footprint a little bit. We have bigger places of power in today's game. They're medium size. There's no large, technically it's small or medium. Them, and then just obstacles, smaller obstacles laid out everywhere else. Everything else on the table is just garnish, just kind of hanging out there to fill it out. Won't impact the game too much.
Make it look more interesting.
Correct. Shouldn't impact the game too much at all. The actual terrain we have in today's game is a lot of it's from Games Workshop. These are like just Games Workshop kits, boom, in general over there. That's a print that we offer on the Forge. Technically, it's a two-piece. Yeah, we're just utilizing that as kind of throwing it together a little bit there. And we have some objective control for our, what the company was called, or is called, objective control for the markers there. And these roads, I couldn't tell you, these are 3D prints that we've had for a little bit now. And the battle mat is from GameMat.eu. They got a lot of lovely designs over there if you want to check them out. All the information is going to be in the description down below. Now, Brett and I are about to roll off to start our game. And deployment zones are going to be here and there. Sorry, I got distracted. I got 4, 1.
Nice.
Hey, all right. Well, I mean, you could deploy first, all the same. Yeah, so it's going to be deploying here, no deploying over there, and then someone's going to be deploying over there with no deploying over there. And I'm going to show you what that looks like here in a second. We are deployed. I'll start with my stuff. I had 3 regiments, whereas Brett had 2. So he definitely outdrops me in this one, like no matter the circumstances. My general and his Dawn Riders, the bodyguard with him, which are going to choose to be specialists and go with anti-infantry the turn they charge. A bit of extra Ren never hurt anyone. We have our Cathauler as well as the Blade Lords guarding the Cathauler with the Shrine Luminor here. It's a big, obnoxious piece of terrain, and I'm going to have fun figuring out how this thing operates. By the way, first time playing Lumineth Realm Lords. If you're new to MiniWarGaming and you're checking out this video because Lumineth Realm Lords are in the title, I don't play these guys. I don't play them.
I asked Luka if he could play them because I've never played against them. I've only heard horror stories, so let's go.
I've been kind of having a little tick to play them for a long time, and I don't think anyone else in studio is going to play them, so I will gladly put them on the table for the viewers at home to see how they play. If you're curious to see how Lumineth play, I'll try my best to represent them, but I understand this is my first game with them. Not that it's going to go that bad. I mean, 4th edition is pretty easy to pick up, so any army is very playable if you have access to the models, in my opinion. We got Wardens, Sentinels behind them, and they all kind of blur together there. We got the 10 Sentinels back there, the Wardens in front, with our Bolt Thrower here. The Light of Eltharion with 10 more Wardens and Dawn Riders to the right flank of my forces. Again, deploying ends right here for myself, so I can't deploy in this little quarter of the long table edge. What do we got on your side there, Brett?
Okay, right over here on this flank we have the reinforced Khorne Chaos Knights, and then moving to the other side of the terrain we have these chosen here, kind of just offset from this front line of 20 warriors. Demon Prince close by to make someone roll on the Eye of the Gods at the start of my hero phase. And then these guys are kind of like butted up. I forgot after a second that these guys can't deploy here because this is my no deploy zone. So these guys are kind of just going to walk through this opening up here. Yep. And then the Sorcerer with the hyper thematic, he's up on the dais ready to get his +1 to casting.
With a place of power, yeah.
If he doesn't roll 1.
That's true. As long as it doesn't roll a 1, take some mortal damage. Do I even have a wizard? I don't even have, none of my wizards are near my place of power. I got both of my wizards on the left flank. My Lord Regent, I put the Shrine of Luminor down first. Absolutely, didn't forget to do that. And then I put my my General over here. And because I put this over here, I put the Cathauler over here too, because the Cathauler wants to mount it. So I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm not going to utilize my place of power.
If you have a hero, which I think the Light,
he can
unbind.
He can unbind from it. I don't know if I want to risk him
taking D3.
Taking D3, because but I might. I guess you only have your wizard over there also, so we're probably okay. Probably
it's not heavy magic
that
today.
Yeah, not today. And like all the Lumineth stuff lost being a wizard, which is probably for the. I know a lot of Lumineth players like, but I think it honestly is for the best. For for your opponents and yourself, your games are going to play a lot faster.
You're going to find more games to play,
and you'll find more games to play. Exactly. What? Well, I understand why people like playing elves. As I was building the list and putting everything on the table, I'm like, I get it. I could see myself being an elf player. Absolutely. But with that in mind, we are ready to start this game. But one more word. Got a cool new piece of Wargaming tech to show off for you guys today. This is a rapid fire dice box from Tempest Terrain. So it is a 3D print, and it carries dice. It acts as a little thing to disperse dice and sets a 5, and you just put them back in the hopper when you're done with it. I got about 30 in there right now. But it can go up to 40 or 50 dice. It's just, I find that when you load up the hopper a little bit too much, it doesn't operate smoothly like this.
Well, there,
see, it kind of got jammed up a little bit. But I mean, that's an easy enough fix. Now, the other cool things about it is, I had to get the dice out of it, just show you the inside of it a little bit there. It is also a piece of terrain if you don't want to use it for that. Like it just folds up into a sea can, a sci-fi sea can essentially, or a space sea can. Other feature, bottom plate there, I just showed you, comes off, and that's where you store dice to carry around with you. And the top part here holds 10 dice as well. So you can store 10 dice in there, 20 dice back here. It carries around 30 dice of just a show. Got it all loaded up with dice as a little thing to carry around. You got the 10 up in the top there. Boop, 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 boop. And then, it's, again, hard to do with one hand, but it's actually 20. I thought I could get 21 on the bot here, but it's exactly 20, so it's... Oh no, they're stuck. But you get the idea.
There we go.
There it is. Hey, look at that. All that dice in this little box. And if you don't want to use it, it's still terrain.
Yep.
So you can get all the information for this bad boy down below. I even got Brett using one over here.
Oh yeah, I'm super pumped.
He's got a red one. I mean, they don't come painted, obviously. You have to paint them yourself, but they're prints. If you want to check it out, it's Tempest Terrain, or just go to the description down below. I love it. I've been using it pretty much all the time. And now I know accoutrements aren't for everyone, but if accoutrements are for you, well, look no further. Yes. Now, Brett, you get to dictate who goes first. Power to you.
Yeah, I want to get there, but I can't do anything first turn besides get in a position to get charged and shot. So I think I'm going to have Luka go first.
Wow, fine, all right, I understand. I'm the active player, so I got to roll randomly which the primary objective is. And again, it was 1, 2, 3. Where will I get my dice? Oh, no. Oh.
I'm going to be doing that all game.
3! Okay. This is our fancy one over there. In fact, I might just remove these. And
that's a great way. Yeah.
Keep the 1 on there to represent the active primary one. Does remind me, we didn't discuss what your bodyguard rule is going to be.
Yeah, so my bodyguard is the general.
Honor guard, sorry.
Honor guard, yes, honor guard. Is going to be these idiots right in front, the reinforced cast warriors. They're going to go for anti-infantry.
As well, eh? Okay, so we both have anti-infantry on the charge. Easy enough to remember. That's why I wanted to reinforce. I'm like, I could have 10 guys that are part of the honor guard. But I kind of wanted a flanking force of them too, so I like that the decision was difficult. All the same, let's go Lumineth turn 1. I think my facets of war are going to be pretty simple here to pick. We get to do the power of Hish all the time because we are part of the Venari Battle Host. This is the fighting one. So we're going to go ahead and declare Power of Hish. The target's attack score criticals, unmodified hit rolls of 5 up for the rest of this battle round. That is going to go on this large reinforced unit of Wardens as they walk up the middle. And because of the Venari Battle Host, I get to pick my typical facet of war. I'm going to go Shining Company. And I'm going to go, Shining Company, I have -1 to hit rolls for attacks that target any Venari units for the rest of this battle round. So every Venari unit is -1 to hit. That's pretty much everything on my list is Venari, except for the Light of Eltharion. And I got to check the Blade Lords. They might be Cenari, but just the Cathalar and the Blade Lords maybe. They are literally Venari Blade Lords, so yep, everything's -1 to hit. Mark these guys with the power of Hish. They're the cream of the crop, so they go straight to the top. For the battle tactic here, I also have to go over my heroic traits and my artifact I forgot to mention earlier. We will seize the center. We want to get 2 units within, pretty much on that objective, because the objective is in the middle already. So if I'm within 3 of the middle, I'll be on the objective. It's a little risky, because I do need to roll a 2-up run on these guys here. They do move 6, so as long as I go 8 inches, I'll be touching the middle. And then I can follow that up with an at the double on this unit to move 12 onto it. So as long as I roll a 2-up on them, I can make that happen. The other battle tactics aren't super easy to do. I take their land is really hard on this one because I have to get into one of those 2 pieces back there, and that's not really going to happen. So yeah, that'll be the battle tactic of choice. And then to go over my enhancements, I went with Perfect Strike on my Venari Lord Regent. The Waystone's kind of cool too. I won't lie. Not Waystone, that's an artifact. But, Perfect Strike is, he can replace one of his, attack. It counts as a core attack ability, but it just does D3 plus 3 mortal damage to an enemy once per game. That's kind of cool. As Masterful Tactician and Paragon of Hish, just don't really speak to me. Though Masterful Tactician could be kind of clutch. It lets you automatically go 4 when you redeploy if you're holding within 12 of him. I'm sure that has a lot of practical use. I'm simple. Me do damage. And as for the artifacts, definitely gonna go Silvery Wand here, which is a old Warhammer Fantasy relic that the High Elves always had access to. It just makes him a better wizard. level 2 wizard. You add 1 to your power level. I can do it on the Cathaller, but I'd rather do it on the Lord Regent because he's always going to be kind of fighting and everything, and then some of the spells are going to be pretty useful for that. So he's got a silver wand as part of his arsenal of war gear. He's a power level 2 wizard. Anyways, to my hero phase. First thing we're going to do is we're going to mount the Shrine Luminar with the Cathaller here. I don't believe I can actually technically deploy in it. So I have to like start beside it and then become a Shrine Guardian. And now lots of different things happen here. So the Cathaller is a Shrine Guardian. The Shrine Guardian does not move. The piece of terrain takes move actions now. It's got 3 up saves, got 12 wounds. You can't attack the Shrine Guardian until the shrine itself is removed. Any measurements to and from the Shrine Guardian will be to the terrain feature instead. And I guess the Blade Lords are going to follow it around. Got a lot of hero phase abilities to do, and by a lot I mean only casting spells. Sorry, I lied. We are not going to be utilizing the Place of Power there with our friend, the Light of Altharion, but we are going to cast a couple spells here. We're going to start with... I like the manifestations, but I don't want to cast them quite yet. I want to do that maybe turn 2. So for now, we're going to cast Speed of Hish from our Lord Regent, targeting our Blade Lords there. And we're going to go for that, see if we get that. And we roll a 3. We fail. That's okay. Once per turn, this thing can allow a wizard nearby to reroll, but I'm not going to worry about the speed of Hish. What I will do is the protection of Hish instead for my second spell, because he's got the silver wand. That is a 6. This is cast on an 8. We are going to use the reaction to reroll that. I can tell you right now, whatever the die roll is, this ain't going to work. Is that another one?
That's another one.
Oh! So it is a miscast. Oh, we take D3 mortal damage. We're going to go ahead and use the Rally ability for a command point now. He's going to heal 2 of those damage. He's got 1 wound on him, and I'm down a command point. Womp womp. He's got 7 health in total, so he's not too bad off. I can rally him next turn as well, or next hero phase. Not that I'll be doing much with my command abilities, I assume. I got 3 left, or 3 command points left. Well, that means we're going to go ahead and do the Shrine Guardian, the Cathaller up here. We're going to cast the Rune of Petrification manifestation from this one. Ooh, there we go. We got a 9. So this is...
What does it do?
This sends up a manifestation, holy with an 18, that does mortal damage to enemies every hero phase if they're within 6 of it. This is my only spell I'm going to cast. The rest of it, if you want to unbind it.
Might as well. I got 1 unbind. Let's do it.
Ooh, any bonuses to unbinding?
I think I still get +1 if I... Oh, I have to activate it first.
You might be able to do that on my turn. Before we try to unbind, we will activate the Place of Fire. It's a little out of order, but we would have done it no matter what.
Bang!
Bam. There you go. So, yep. +1 to casting, unbinding, banishing, all that fun stuff. Nope.
No.
Never mind. It's not even bonuses to unbinding. It's only casting and prayers. I just figured we'd go for it anyways without looking it up. Because it only matters if something fails or if it's relevant, technically. I always like to just assume you could do something, and then if it's relevant, look it up afterwards. Not that that's the right way to do it, but it's the quick way to do it. And that should be it for hero phase. We're going to go to movement now.
Before that, do you mind if I do heroic
intervention? Yeah, fine.
Heroic intervention. Magical intervention.
Magical intervention. You'll be at 3 yourself.
Yes. So I'm going to attempt to cast the Quicksilver Swords from this hero right around here.
Gotcha.
We got it.
Try to unbind it myself. You have +1 for the sight on this, so... I do not unbind it. You have your
Bing,
swords.
bang, boom.
Hello, swords.
Swish, swash.
We'll bring us both down to 3 command points, showing this off a little bit. I'll be player 1 on the left, by the way, and then Brett's player 2 on the right. We both have 3 command points, and I'll be using the D10s to keep track of our score every battle round. Stuff like this available on the Forge, as well as all the tokens you see we use in the game. Now, for my movement, the most relevant one are these guys making a run roll of a 2-up. Sad Luka sounds? We're good, perfect. And that means I'm just going to at the double them. Yeah, we're going to show you a little bit of movement all sped up here because the rest of it isn't as relevant. We start this off moving the Wardens who rolled their 5 on the run roll to go to the middle. They don't really want to go the full 13, but they're going to position a little bit more to the left. Then we move the other Warden squad who at the doubled, again, they're going to go the full 12 just to get a couple models near the middle and just double secure it. Mostly going, well, only going for the battle tactic here, wanting to stay away from the Chaos Knights on the right flank as much as possible. Then on the left side of the battlefield, we move our Blade Lords. They unfortunately roll a 1 on their run roll, so they don't really get to go too far. And then the Lumineth floating castle, I can't remember the name of it right now. It moves 6, so it's just moving to stay behind the Blade Lords. They are acting as the bodyguard for the Cathalar there. The Venari Lord Regent and his Dawn Riders advance up the flank, getting onto the objective, but not going the full distance they need to move, more or less staying near the flanking edges of the battlefield, so that we can do flank attack, the battle tactic, early on in the game on the second battle round here. Now matching that, the Dawn Riders on the right side of the battlefield are positioning themselves to do the exact same thing. And then after the Wardens and everything moved up, our Sentinels assume a position right beside the Ballista to provide some ranged support to the middle of the battlefield. And then the Light of Altharion also moved up to support the Wardens, in case those Chaos Knights get a little daring. After I finish all my movement off here, we are going to do I assume, redeploy on the Chaos side of things.
Yeah, we're going to redeploy the Chaos Chosen, see if I can't get a chance to get them in turn 1. Boom. 4 inches is more than enough. I was expecting that 1, so right about there.
They are moving up there behind the obscuring woods and positioning to fight for the middle. Well, come that time on their turn. You're down to 2 command points. I'm going to go to the shooting phase. I do have a couple things to shoot with, the Sentinels and the Ballista here. Sentinels are going to start first. 9 of them have range to fire their bows. This guy's out of range. I want to fire at the Chosen, who just moved up there. I was going to go for the Chaos Warriors, but the Chosen are a good target as well. 19 shots into the Chosen, though we do have to use the rule that increases our range by 6 inches and reduces our hit rolls by 1. Called Lofted Shots. 4s to hit now. Well, let me tell you, I rolled 0 3s.
Couple auto wounds out.
Yeah, we got some auto wounds. Now, luckily, they were smart and got rid of the crit to mortal on range attacks. That is never a good idea. They lost on the bow snakes, too, for the other elves, the Daughters of Cain. So those wound, and these are 4s to follow up wounds. That's pretty good. 5, 9 wounding hits at -1. That is, I assume, 4-up saves.
Yeah, with the Rend 1, there's going to be a 4-up save. I thought about all-out defense, but I really need to save my 2 CP.
Well, it wouldn't have mattered. You didn't really roll a single 3, I guess.
Okay, so that is 1 dead Chosen, almost a second.
Yeah. 1 Chosen was pin-cushioned. Now we're going to see what this Ballista can do. And we're going to use the Scryhawk ability. I believe, who's got the Hawk? One of these idiots has a Hawk, apparently. Oh, there it is. I see him. It's that bird right there. So as long as this is wholly within 12 of that, it's got 30-inch range because the Hawk sees for it. I'm going to pump 3 shots into the Chosen. Boom, boom. These hit on, not that, but never mind, they do hit on 2s. I should probably look at the profile before I assume how things work. Anyways, crit hits on 2, so every 6 is 2 hits, and they wound on 3s. And there you go. 1 wound, Rend of 1.
I'm looking for 4.
Got it. Good. Right off the armor. That's it for shooting on my end. You don't have any shooting. I am going to charge nothing at all. I assume you're not going to countercharge with anything because everything's too far away.
Yep.
And that'll be the end of my turn. So I finish my battle tactic by seizing the center. I have 2 units within 3 of it. And we are on 1 of the objectives, 2 of the objectives, more objectives than Brett's Chaos Warriors here, the Slaves of Darkness, but not the primary one. It'll put me at 8 victory points as we go to turn 1 for the Slaves of Darkness. Drawn power on this place, the power for the Chaos Sorcerer on a 2+.
Not a 1! Yes.
Hey, +1 to cast, enchanting. Not the chanting really too relevant. And what's your battle tactic of choice?
My battle tactic is going to be Ordained Charge, and so it's very similar to Take the Center, except I just pick an objective, and if I get 2 charges and I take this objective from Luka, then I complete my battle tactic. There's a little bit more words to it, but it's effectively that.
Effectively that, I understand. What are we casting on your wizard here?
We're going to be casting Demonic Speed, and we're going to be picking this Chaos Warrior unit because it has to be a unit that is wholly within 12.
It looks like them.
That's them.
What do we need to roll here?
We need a 7, now a 6 because of the +1. And
that's a 6. I will try to unbind said magic. Roll a 7 with the modifier. I roll a 10.
Ooh. Shut down.
I unbind your magic.
Okay, so the Demon Prince in the hero phase is going to use his Ruinous Favor. He's going to select the Chosen to immediately roll on the Eye of the Gods. Hoping for not a 1 here. Got a 4. I believe that is +1 Rend, but let me check.
But he has to roll the 3 up first for that to work. So that's the 3 up succeeding.
So it does work. Let's get a 4 and just... Oh, Snuff by the Gods! I don't have to look it up.
What's Snuff do? Just nothing?
Nothing.
No effect. Gotcha. Gotcha. They guffaw at your wishes.
Yeah. Okay, next up then, this is the last thing for the hero phase. This wizard is going to do Oracular Visions on the Chaos Warriors down below on a 3-up, and we got it.
Excellent. I'd like to do a magical intervention on my Lord Regent over here. He's going to try to manifest the Hishian Twin Stones. Now, -1 to cast, so I need a 5 normally, so I would like a 6 on the dice. I got a 7 on the dice, which is technically a 6. Would you like to unbind my magical intervention?
I will at least attempt.
Yeah, it cost you nothing, really, yeah. A 7. I rolled a 6, so you stop it. Big sad. And I got 2 command points left. I'm going to rally the Lord Regent just to try and mitigate that initial miscast. It cost me 2 command points to heal fully. Now I only have 1 for defensive stuff.
From the perspective of the camera, we're going to have the Chaos Knights. They're going to move up 10 just to take the objective. In the center, starting with the Chosen, they're going to be moving their full 5 towards the center, see if I can get a long bomb charge, as are the reinforced unit of warriors. They're going to be moving up, trying to take some positions. The Demon Prince is kind of move blocked a little bit, but he's fine in the back for right now. And then the warriors that were in the Shrine of Power with the Chaos Sorcerer Lord, they kind of just moved up to take some position. And then the Chaos Sorcerer Lord ran down a staircase and vaulted to the safe side so he doesn't get charged and destroyed.
With movement done on your side, I don't believe I'm going to redeploy. Looking at the position of the Chosen there in the middle, I got both the Warden squads on the objective, and they're both 9-inch charges to either one. So even if I redeploy one away, the other one would get charged. Not that I don't mind that so much. I want to keep the command point for if you make that inevitable 9-inch charge, I can at least all-out defense someone. Maybe with all-out defense and Shining Company, they can stay alive. We'll go right to your shooting, which I assume is moot.
Shooting.
Yeah,
it's a good one.
Shooting, I know. I could use the command point on covering fire, which could be a good way to deal some damage, but I think these guys technically have to go for the Chaos Knights over there, which isn't that bad. They can only loft their shots in my shooting phase, not in Brett's. Not necessarily super good range. This guy could cover fire, but a little inconsistent, I think. Hits on 3s, wounds on 3s, run 1. Good damage, but...
What's the damage?
D3 per.
Okay, because they're 4 now. They're 4
Yeah,
wounds.
they went up to 4 wounds.
They're chunky.
Could kill 1 or 2, but I'm gonna just all-out defense, I think. So yeah, we're gonna go to your charge phase.
Sweet.
Start with the 10-man Chaos Warrior unit.
We're gonna see where they go. Looking for a 9 on the dice.
To make it somewhere 2 and something.
Yeah,
so no.
2 and not enough. Okay, they're gonna sit still. I'm not gonna spend a CP on that. Right here, we are gonna see where these guys go. Also looking for a 9 on this, I believe. Doesn't matter.
Double ones?
Cool.
Nope.
And then let's look at the Chosen. This is the one where I might actually entertain.
Forward to victory, yeah. They need a 9. They don't care. 11.
Oh yeah.
11, okay.
Yeah. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in this direction right here.
I'm happy I saved it for all-out defense. I don't love the idea of having to fight Chosen, but I do like the idea of Chosen unassisted in the middle of the battlefield.
Yeah.
They're a Nurgle, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, they're making it into combat.
Okay, so let's roll the blades just to see what kind of options we got here. I'm not expecting a whole ton. 6, I think that kind of limits me to... I do want to touch these guys because they don't get their charge bonuses.
Yep.
I think I'm going to do that.
Yep. Does that get the Venorian region in combat as well, or no?
I think so. I don't know if I can get it. Yeah, I can't avoid him.
All right.
He's going to be there.
We'll drag him in combat as well. And then we go to our Chaos Knight.
Okay, looking for a 9 for anything. Yeah,
another
nice.
double one.
Get these out of the way.
You have a command point if you want to re-roll that one.
I do. It's not huge important. I think it's a little too impetuous. I do want to save all-out attack and all-out defense for things that matter.
Yep. Then we are done. I have nothing to do in your charge phase. Oh, actually. You will forward to victory because you can only really all-out attack or defense. You can't do both, 9? 8.
Ooh, not enough.
All right, so you got a command point left. You only really need it for that one squad anyways.
Mm-hmm.
I have no charge phase abilities. I only have 1 command point, so I cannot counter charge. It's 2 for that one. Yeah, I got no charge phase abilities here. Now, do you have any non-fighting combat phase abilities you got to enact? Is there like fight again thing, combat phase ability they have to declare?
So they don't have to declare anything. One of the things that I think is a glow up for the Chosen is before you'd have to declare the second fight before you're done with the first fight.
Yeah.
Now they just gain the ability to do a second fight ability in the phase, but it strikes last.
Gotcha. Okay. Would you like to use their, I don't know if it's Heralds of Ruination or what the name of it is.
It is actually Heralds of Ruination.
Oh, nice. Excellent. Sick. That's kind of remember what it was called last time. Would you like to fight twice this phase with them?
Absolutely, because you always proc it first turn you can.
Yeah, I mean, they're in a pretty good position to beat up some important units anyways.
Yeah.
Well, I have a fight phase. That's it for your fight phase abilities.
Yes, it is.
They do have, these guys have a rule called Wall of Blades. If I get lucky, one of them get to fight you first. So if they didn't charge, and they're in combat with an enemy unit that did charge, I get to roll a die on a 4-up. I had one if Cav are included, but they're not. Yeah. So just on a 4-up, they get the strikes first rule. So these guys here are not striking first. These guys here are not striking first. That's good.
Got lucky.
Because I didn't know how one rule was going to interact without looking it up. If I pick one thing to fight, I get to immediately do another thing to fight. But if one of them has strikes first and the other one doesn't, I'd have to figure out how that works. And I'm lazy and I didn't want to. So you, by all means, beat them up first.
Okay. Let's go. Let's pile these nerds in here. We don't really have to do much here and here.
I can go ahead and say I'm going to all-out defense the larger squad here no matter what. I am at 0 command points after that. Would you like to all-out attack?
I'm going to save it for all-out defense to kind of keep my second attack kind of beefy.
Gotcha. Understood. Well, if that's the case, how are you splitting these attacks up?
Yeah, so we're going to go, these 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 are going to be attacking here. And then these 5, because you did kill one in the shooting phase, are going to be attacking here. The champion is over here, so this will be 12, 13 attacks here. These will be 15 right here.
Doing the 15 first? Or
yeah,
the
15 into the bigger brick.
So we got the -1 to hit for the shield company, shining company.
Yep, hit on 4, 6s do mortals.
Whee.
Yeah, I love that. No 6s.
No 6s. I did stop a good amount of 3s in there as well.
You did.
Now, no negative to wound. You've got your regular wounding profile here.
3s.
2 fails.
Okay.
We have a 4-up save base, 3-up with the +1, but -1 because of rend. We make 3, we fail 2. That's 2 damage each. That's 4 dead. There's still 1 wound each. So that's 1 dead, 2, 3, 4 dead. So you got 16 left. And then the attacks into the other squad, who are only a 4-up save base, so they'll be 5-up against anything that sneaks through.
Okay, let's see it. Let's see some 6s.
I see. There it is. That's that's 8 dead right there.
Yeah, just right off the rip. You are -1 to hit me still.
Yeah.
Or -1 for me to hit you.
Yeah.
Okay, and then 3s.
4 saves at 5-up. That's probably just the unit dead. I mean, it is with all the mortal damage. Yeah. Are overwhelmed by the chosen of chaos. I will fight you. Oh, I probably should fight you back over here first. Would make the most sense into this manifestation. So let's go with, I don't know who's going to go next here either. Let's just do the Venari Lord Ancient, or Regent is going to just fight from where he is. I'll scrap that. I will do the Dawn Riders. We're going to pile them in. I'm going to get a little bit closer to these Warriors of Chaos, even though I don't want to, just to get some of their attacks going. This guy is going to be too far away to strike. Those 4 will, though. And we're going to attack our friendly little spell here. 3s to hit them. That's a crit to mortal. These are their blades they're attacking with. 4s to wound. Oh, that's not bad. 5 wounds, so 1 damage, and then 4 wounds at -1.
You had a 5-up save, so 6s. None. How much damage each?
So far we're at 5.
Okay, and then the additional one. So
he's got the ward.
He
takes 4. What's he got in total?
6. He's got 2 left.
I got the horses. I have 8 attacks. They hit on 5s. The horses and 3s. 2.
That's enough.
No rend though. No rend.
5s. No.
War.
6s.
Oh,
no.
The spell dies to horses. Okay.
Clip clop.
Sure. Clip clop. Well done, horses. I go with these guys. We're gonna pile in just to get both, you know, pretty much every model fighting. See if we can do any damage to these chosen. Now, they're marked by Nurgles, so they're going to be -1 on wound rolls.
And I'm going to be all-out defensing on the chosen, which is what I was saving for.
Yeah, we got no command points left. I got 5, 10, 15, 16. I guess I kind of knew that. I lost 4 guys earlier. That's going to be 33 attacks, though, with the champion. This is the first 16 of 17. 3s to hit and 5s to wound the chosen Nurgle. So 3s to hit, but I really want 5s here, because these are mortal wounds.
Ooh.
These just go right to mortal with the...
cream of the crop.
Yeah. Yeah, with the cream of the crop. 5s to wound, so we have no wounds in the pool, only 7 mortal damage.
Okay. 1 is 1 wound left, so 1, 2, 3.
And then the other half of the attacks.
Oh boy.
3s to hit. That one I did not roll. And I do an additional 3. I kill 1 more chosen, essentially, with mortal damage.
Okay.
And then these all miss. Boom, boom, boom. Who needs durability when you have magical elf nonsense? 1 wound because of Mark and Nurgle with a rend of 1.
Bang.
You're good. That's it. I did it. I got quite a bit of chosen down there, though. Then with the Heralds of Ruination, they get to fight again with strikes last. This should be 16 attacks because
16, yep. I was just thinking about that.
4s to hit.
Bang.
Oh, you do kill 4 of mine.
4 dudes.
I'll pull 4. Where do I want to pull those 4 from? I'll do a little bit. I'll do I can't pull him. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Those 4 can go down right there. 3's to wound otherwise.
Okay, 3 more.
You have all low defense back to 4s. Oh, 6 more go down. What a
Yikes.
What a clash we have here in the middle. 4. Come on now. I experienced the pain of the shields now. Or the spears. We traded pretty well there. You got a little bit more out of the deal there, but you did not get the battle tactic.
No.
Because 2 friendly units had to charge. The spell does not count. But the Chosen do, and any one of these other guys charging would have been good for the battle tactic.
It just happens.
Score-wise, you do get 6 points, I guess, because you're pretty close to it, maybe 7. You get 2 for this, because that's the primary. You get 1 for that. You hold more than I do, so that's another 2, so that's 5. Wait, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it might just be 5, actually.
Yeah.
Because the battle tactic.
Because the battle tactic is scrubbed. Yeah, I think it's 5.
That does make you the underdog. Not by a big margin, only by 3. You'll get a 5th command point in this next round coming up. And we got ourselves a spicy roll-up. I would obviously love to keep priority because I want to punish the Chosen in the middle. I want to punish them bad, but it's going to be
I might
tough.
sacrifice a battle tactic just to go again.
I know. I think you definitely should. That's the position we find ourselves in. Just an update on the command points and the score before we really get into it. Okay, we're going to roll off.
Ha! 6!
Ooh, I hate that. 1!
Oh, boy.
Okay, well, you'll give up your I assume you're going to take it no matter
I'm
what.
taking it, yeah.
So you give up your battle tactic. I don't hate the position I'm in, but I would have liked to punish the Chosen a little bit more before they get reinforced by these guys here.
Yeah, remember, folks, if you double turn, you don't have to think about the battle tactic.
You don't have to think about it. You just smash the enemy really hard. You get to roll for the primary objective and choose to re-roll if you want because you're the underdog.
Is it 1, 2, 3?
Yes.
Okay, D3, stay in there.
Stays right there. Easy enough. You already have control of it.
Yeah.
Do have to declare my Power of Hish again. And I'm going to do Shining Company. Obviously, everything's being -1 to hit. And I'm going to declare Power of Hish on this unit of Dawn Riders now that I've lost my nasty unit. And I don't think these Blade Lords are going to be getting into combat this turn, so I don't really want to target them. Oh, but it'll be battle rounds, so it'll be for my upcoming turn too. I'm not going first, I'm going second now. Definitely going to choose the Blade Lords. They have the crit to mortal as well with 3 attacks each. And would you like to test the power of the shrine again here?
Yeah, he's going to look at the side of power and not get a 1. Yes.
Not so bad.
+1 cap.
With no battle tactic, we can go right to your hero face.
Yeah, with no battle tactic, it's going to, again, don't have to think about it. We're going to do Oracular Visions on this smaller unit, so we're just going to take this 5-level board save and change it over here. And then he's going to cast
That is a
Demonic
3-up check, I think.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
They pretty much made everything a roll.
Yeah.
Nothing's like too guaranteed.
I keep forgetting. So that actually goes away.
Yeah.
And then we're going to do Demonic Speed on these guys.
Speed on them.
Yeah, he's going to cast Demonic Speed on this 10-man brick. And
With a +1?
With a +1, we do get it. Wait, nope.
7.
It needs a 7. We don't get it.
And then we have the Demon Prince.
Yeah, he's going to make these guys in front of him roll on a 3+. I get to roll on the Eye of the Gods. Nope.
Okay.
It's not happening.
And they get to roll on the Eye of the Gods table whenever they destroy a unit.
And they get a 4, which you get to look it up this time.
You actually get to see what 4 does. It's every time. What are the clauses for rolling on the Eye of the
At
Gods?
the end of the turn, if you destroy an enemy unit, you get to roll on the Eye of the Gods.
Simple as that.
Be a 6-up ward.
Okay. That's not bad. They would have liked to have that a little bit earlier, I assume.
know, yeah. That would have been great.
It would have been nice to have a couple more Chosen back in the unit, but we're going to make it work with what we got. That's it for your hero phase abilities. I would love to try a magical intervention. I'm going to cast the Rune of Petrification from the Cathalar on the shrine. I'll give it a shot. It's 8 to cast, but I get a reroll. Oh, I'll take a 10. I technically roll a 9, though.
Okay.
Would you like to try and roll a 10 to stop it?
It is free. Nope.
Nope, not a 3. So we get a Rune of Petrification. We're going to set this one up. Boop, right over here. We conjure a Rune of Petrification. I'm going to put it I'm just going to put it within 6 of them. I don't want them to pile in and attack it too easily. We'll conjure it somewhere here. Wholly within 18. It's not a predatory one, so it doesn't need to be more than 9 away from the enemy. It just, every hero phase, it picks every enemy unit within 6, and they take D3 mortal damage, but on a 1, nothing happens. And if they take 3, they are turned to stone and gain strikes last. That is 3. They have a 6-up board.
They do.
And maybe I'll get lucky and take one out. I just do a single mortal damage, so your Chaos Gift was nice, but they do gain strikes last.
I'll take it.
I think this effect only applies strike last if you inflict. I'm inflicting mortal damage to the unit, and then it adds them to the pool, and then ward saves prevent the damage from being allocated. So I believe the strike last effect still applies because then it inflicts 3 mortal wounds, but doesn't actually but it's the damage that gets allocated. Being specific wording here, I think strike last applies.
And I'm in complete agreement. That's exactly how that sounds.
Put that on there to remember. Oops, something's going on.
They got turned to stone. The marker.
Yeah, that's the universal. Oh no, I'm stone. We're gonna go to the movement phase. I suspect things will be crashing in. There wasn't much to it. Chaos Knights come rolling in. Demon Prince, big brick of warriors, and the small brick of warriors are all ready to clash with the enemy here. Oh boy, this will be bad or worse, I suppose. It's not. There's no real good to be had here. That's the nature of it. That's it for moving. I don't think I need to redeploy. I got 3 command points. Definitely want to save a couple for a counter charge, 1 for an all-out defense. I mean, it depends on where things end up. I probably won't be counter charging, but I need the option at the very least. Shooting for chaos. Cover fire could be a little bit more appealing. As much as I want to cover fire, if I cover fire with this thing, it's got a cool ability. Scrap that. I was looking at blinding shots. It's only my shooting phase. This thing has to fire at the knights. These guys could have to fire at the chosen because this guy is closer to them than this guy is closer to them. It could kill the chosen, but they already strike last. I think I'd rather have the counter charge and an all-out defense available, so I'm going to go that route instead. So no shooting, no cover fire for me. We can go to your charge phase.
Cool. We're going to start off with the Demon Prince right away. He's going to see what he can charge.
Demon Prince rolls 7.
7, I think I get it.
Nargo loves it. Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Bang. Not the spear.
Yeah, the spear's not great. 7, gets within half an inch, no problem. All right, let's see what these chosen warriors get to do.
Got an 8. I don't know. This is a little iffy right here. That does not look like half an inch. Nope.
No. All right.
And then anything over here? No. Nope.
Nothing over there.
So they're going to sit there. Do I want to spend a CP?
Want to forward to victory?
Yeah, let's forward to victory. I have 5 right now.
Yeah, you got 5.
No.
6, even less.
Okay. And then moving to the Chaos Knights over here, they're going to issue a charge. Let's see what we can work with.
8 is. Ooh, 8's fancy.
Can we bad touch a guy?
Oh, yes, for sure you can. Yeah. They're all gummed up in there, absolutely.
Bing, bang, boom.
We're just going to completely surround the Light of Altharian. I guess he's going to either die very shortly or fight for the rest of this actual game.
So heroic.
And they're marked by Khorne, so they get an extra attack. They're not -1 to wound. This is all dead. I didn't expect it to... With the second the double turn happened, I knew they were all dead. But... I guess
I think the only thing left besides these fails is these guys right here are actually... I'm not going to charge.
Not going to give me the charge with my guys?
Oh, yeah, that's right. You get charge bonuses. Let's charge.
Well, it's like you either fight me twice or you fight me once with charge bonuses. It's up to you, really.
I'd rather fight you twice without charge bonuses.
There we go. There's the answer.
Yeah.
7 it is. Charging in to engage the Dawn Riders and the Lord Regent. Charging abilities for yourself finished. The Dawn Riders declaring a counter charge is probably in my best interest. I have 3 command points, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it. We'll see how this works out. What do I need? Like a 6 or a 7? Don't screw me now. Womp, womp, womp. Needed a 7. Sad Dawn Rider sounds. That'd be nice to have. That's okay. The Light of Altharian is perfectly fine. That is my charge abilities finished. You have any fight phase abilities you want to do?
The fight phase ability, let me see if, because that would be interesting, because he can do fights twice just like the Chosen because of his command trait. I don't think I'm going to use it yet, so gotcha. No.
Okay. I have to do the strike first thing on them because they got charged again. It's the Wall of Blades ability. He's not Cav. They're not within 3. So I get a 1. Didn't matter. Oh, we get to go to fighting and you pick first. What do you think you want? Because I get to fight with 2 things afterwards.
I was about to say that your pick 2 things really scares me more than it probably should. What is the melee profile on the Light of Altharian?
That's a good question. Start with the the Chaos Knights over here. You can pile in, but if you want to stay outside of 6 of the Rune of Petrification, but you already have a lot of attacks and good spots. So.
Yeah, I think just in an attempt to stay out of here, because if this guy moves up here to get attacks on here, this procs, and I don't really want that. So I think we're going to have this guy swing here, these 3 swing here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys on the Light of Etherion.
Gotcha. Do the 1 Chaos Knight attacking the archers first.
Okay, 3 attacks. It is the champion, so he gets an extra attack, and then the Mark of Khorne for charging. Bang.
I am -1 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
For all the Venari stuff are. 1.
1 at Ren 2, 2 damage.
I don't think I got a save. It is going to destroy 2 of them. I got the champion over there who I don't really want to lose. So I guess we'll lose these 2. They get run down. 3 of them attacking our bolt thrower here. Those into... We'll do the cav afterwards. We'll do back the chaos horses afterwards.
Oh, yeah. We'll do the horses on the second round. So these are going to be 12 attacks onto the crossbow.
Hitting on 4.
Yes, I was about to ask. 6s don't do anything.
That's good.
But we have plenty of attacks.
Yeah.
Okay, actually, there's only 2 that go through.
I have 1 health left on this. That's 4 damage. He's got 5 health. Then we have the 6 attacking into the Light of Etherion. Right. He is not Venari, so he is not -1 to hit.
Oh, perfect.
Yes.
Okay, so grab a couple extra dice. 24 attacks, 6 times 4. And hitting on 3s. Still
Lots of hits.
Okay, and then wounding on 3s. Let's take... Oh, yeah, that's a lot.
All right. There's 9 wounding hits on him. Now, he is a ghost, so he's literally just a suit of armor. He's got 3 up ethereal. Of course. He still take 10 damage. And a 5 up ward save. Very sad outcome. The Light of Etherion is brought low as well. That's okay. Don't need battle tactics when you just crush the enemy army.
Yeah, turn that brain off, guys.
We got you got your horse attacks here, and then the horse attacks into this.
2 horse attacks here, hitting on 5s.
I got a hit,
1
not bad.
3s? No.
And then over here.
And then over there, 6 attacks, just double counting. 1, 3 plus,
Hey.
1 wound. Ren 0.
Ren 0. Oh, it still destroys it.
Bang.
Bam. He's like, the one guy's barely like about to get up for being traveling down. The horse is like, no, squish.
That iron shod hoof right in the gob.
And now I get to pick 2 things to fight with. Well, we're going to sell their lives short, I suppose. We're just going to go over here. We will fight with our Lord Regent as well as his Dawn Rider. So the Lord Regent's going to pile in first. We're just going to use our Perfect Strike trait just to get it. I think I might get over here. There you go. Just to get it out of the way with. It's like instead of attacking, I just do 1d3 plus 3 attack. That's mortal damage. I roll it up. Perfect Strike. 6 mortal damage. So I assume he kills 3 of them.
Bang.
And then we'll fight with the... Brett was using all out defense on them. And then we'll go with the Dawn Riders because of the... what's the battle trait that Lumineth have? Oh, they are just all stuck up on each other. The Dawn Rider Blades. 3s to hit. You got 3 mortal damage. And these miss. 4s to wound. Oh, nice. I think there's Ren 1. So 5 saves are Ren 1. They're Mark and Urgle?
Yes.
It's only one less wound. So 4 saves at -1. So total of 6 damage with the mortal damage. So kills 3 more. And we got the horsies, which are 5s and 4s. And we hit. They don't have any crit mortals on them. 3s to wound normally. So 3 wounds, no rend.
Blam.
1
more.
1 damage. We did some work on them. Demon Prince makes sense to attack next into my Wardens.
Okay, he is not going to do all-out attack. He doesn't need it. But he has crit mortals with a damage 3 weapon. So let's see it. No, that's fine.
All right.
And then 3s. Wait a second. You're -1 to hit.
Yes.
Okay.
That's
Let's
okay.
just redo it.
That's
Let's just redo it.
Hey,
doesn't matter.
No difference.
Same
Didn't change
thing.
anything. 1 wound, I assume, unless he's 2s.
Ren 1, 2 damage.
4 up goes to a 5 up. Oh, that's 3 damage. It kills 3 of them. Okay. I will fight with my 2 picks. It's just these guys left. So we'll do the Wardens attacking the Chosen, and then they'll fight those guys there. Attacks into the Chosen. It's 2 mortal damage. And these are 5s to wound because you're Nurgle. So 2 saves at no rend.
2 saves, no rend. 3s.
So total of 3 damage on them, and they got a 6 up ward.
I'm just going to pick this. Oh, yeah, that's right. 6 up ward. Let's do it.
6 up ward.
Bang. No. We're going to
gets
pick this
picked
guy
up,
and leave
yep.
the wound marker.
And then the archers get to go. Not really worth piling them in to get the extra attacks, but it doesn't hurt me.
Dice games.
Doesn't hurt me too much to commit. I want them to retreat, but they're going to take some mortal damage afterwards. 3s to hit. Not a bad start. That was nothing. Oh, one. One wound, no rend.
Okay.
Get them, archers.
Oh, boy.
One damage.
One damage.
One
They did it.
Whew, we got 39 more wounds to get through. We get to go with the rest of your stuff. Chosen will go afterwards, but these guys get to go, our Chaos Warriors.
Okay, so 2 attacks each, but they are contesting an objective that I control, so they get 1 attack extra.
Nice.
So that is going to be an extra set of 4.
Yeah,
12.
I control that objective currently.
Oh, that's right, it hasn't flipped yet.
It hasn't
Okay.
flipped yet.
So never mind. They get 2 attacks each. This is going to be 8 attacks. Right here, bang. 3 auto wounds.
That works.
Are you Venari? -1?
Yes.
Okay, so 1 hit. 1 wound. 4 wounds.
Go to 4s. That is 1 dead.
Hey.
Let's lose this guy. That is gonna be it for that fight. You get to go with these Chosen. I'll just save us time. You can pile in if you want to, but I'm just gonna pull them. And they get to roll on the Eye of the Gods table. That'll be it after that.
Yeah, so these guys destroyed a unit, the Chosen, so we're gonna roll on the Eye of the Gods, and that is another ward. They already have a ward, so it actually says it bumps up to 5.
Nice. Okay, I was hoping that'd be the case,
Yes.
yeah. Oof, that was a rough one. That was not great. You are gonna get all 3 of the objectives. Because I only have like 1 or 2 control over there at best. So you got the prime one here. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for holding the majority. So almost a perfect turn, minus the fact that you can't take a battle tactic. So overall, pretty damn good.
Yeah.
And I've pretty much lost all my favorite pieces, sadly. Oof, that's a rough one. You're at 11. I'm at 8 currently, and I have to somehow figure out how to make this work. Try our best, but we don't have a lot of fighting pieces left over here on this side of things. I could make it work. We could roll very well, and Brett could roll very not well. So we'll see how that plays out. Being tied up over here sucks. I could do something with the Blade Lords, but they're going to have to tango with this. This is going to be hard to deal with. If I made that counter charge, maybe some of those attacks would have been directed at them instead of Light of Altharian. He could have lived, kept grinding things up. That's actually probably the most upsetting thing. The failing that counter charge by 1 inch was not an ideal move.
that took some wind out of your sails.
Oh, well, yeah, and then failing all his ethereal saves weren't great either. My best bet to interact with the objectives and try and do as much damage to Brett's forces here would be attack on 2 fronts. Take 2 objectives that I didn't control before, and one of them had to be under your control. So all 3 of them are under your control, so as long as I fight on the flanks, we should be relatively okay here. I assume you don't really... Do you want to draw on power again to do a magical intervention, or you don't want to risk it?
I don't want to risk it at this point.
I get that. So we're going to the hero phase. I'm going to get this Petrification runes effect out of the way. I'm going to target the Chosen there, because they're still within 6 of it. And I roll a D3. They have 2 mortal damage allocated to them. They have a 5 aboard now, though.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, no damage! We could go on to my casting of spells. This guy first. We want to cast... I need to get myself out of this position. So we're going to cast... we'll come back to our Lord Regent. We're going to go Speed of Hish from the Cathalar here, targeting our Blade Lords. They increase their move speed by 4. That's an 8. Make the movement 10. Would you like to stop that?
I would like to attempt.
Yeah.
Okay, so looking for not that.
We got the Speed of Hish on him. Then we can go to the Venari Lord Regent. Let's go ahead and try and cast the twin... crystals of Hish here, Twin Stones of Hish. It's a manifestation. You have no more unbinds, I assume. Set this up wholly within 6. Some Twin Stones right about here. A little bit further forward. It'll add 1 to his cast rolls. So I guess he has to be wholly within 6 of it for that effect, so his base is kind of big. Gotta bring him back just a little bit to keep him wholly within 6 of that. And then he's gonna cast Protection of Hish because he's got the Silver Wand. He gets +1 to this roll, so we roll a 9, which gives him a 5 aboard save, and anything wholly within 12 a 5 aboard save. Mainly just them. Protection of Hish. We got a good amount of fighting to go here. That's it for my hero phase. Would you like to do any hero phase things?
Nope, I'm gonna pass.
Right to movement. These guys are staying still. We're gonna move them 10 inches towards the Chosen. Right, so the Blade Lords move up there 10, and then our little structure moves 6 over to tuck into here. These Sentinels, if they can retreat, take a bunch of damage. I suppose I will, though. I'm going to inflict a D3 mortal damage on them, because I don't really want... Oh, yeah, 3 go down. That's fine. That's perfect. That's exactly what I want. I'm going to go the full 6 back, because I don't want them being piled into necessarily. It's not the most exciting plan. And then we move our Dawn Riders up and around. We move up and around that way. And that's it. You get to do redeploy or any other move phase abilities if you like.
Yeah, I'm going to do a redeploy. I think we're going to redeploy either the Chosen or the Warriors. I think we're going to go with the Warriors and hope for not less than a 3.
All right, not less than a 3.
Hey, that's called it out loud.
Pretty good, pretty good.
Yeah, I'm just going to
get stuck in here.
Yeah. The idea being, like, you have to be really specific not to multi-charge.
We are just going to embrace everything. We're the only possible way to win is to roll perfectly, and you roll not perfectly.
Hey.
So that being in combat is, you got to roll not perfectly.
Yeah.
I hop over the ruined spiky wall. I can go to shooting. I don't got a lot of that, though. I know shooting. It's all, I mean, they've retreated. We can go to charging. Let's see what these Blade Lords do first. They're the ones I'm the most interested in resolving. 6? 6 is good enough. That's how we're going to have to charge. We're not going to be able to get the freaking 5-up ward save on them, though. They're definitely much more of a defensive unit with the Scenari guy, because they can't charge out of the combat range of the fountain here. Wholly within combat range, too, so this thing has to be wholly within 3 of them. Yeah, it's difficult. So we're going to give up on the 5-up board, and hopefully offense is the best defense here for them. And then we're going to declare a charge with our Dawn Riders. We get to go 7 inches. They are going to just engage the Chaos Knights for now, I suppose. I do want to keep all of them on the objective, though, for, battle tactic reasons. Charging like that. And that is it for my charge phase abilities. Well, they have trampling. They get to do mortal damage when they charge, but only against infantry. That should be for charge abilities. We are staying out of range of the Chaos Warriors there because I do not want to drag them into combat. And we're going to go to fighting because I don't have any fight phase abilities. Do you have fight phase abilities? Did you want to fight twice with the Demon Prince?
I will be fighting for twice with this Demon Prince, yeah.
Is it the same you strike last?
Yes.
With the second one? Gotcha.
Literally make him a Chosen.
All right, it's pretty scary. Definitely fight with our Blade Lords first. Yeah, we're going to go first with them. They're going to pile in, and I'm going to all-out attack them as well. They have some hitting potential here against these models. We'll see. They're both infantry, and they were Ren 2 against infantry. And you're going to all-out defense the Demon Prince?
Yeah, right here in response to that.
Brings you down to 1, and I'm at 0. Pile in towards the Demon Prince technically, but we want to stay outside of 3 of them and outside of 3 of them. Just double checking, they're all good there. This one Blade Lord won't be able to fight because I don't want to pull in the Chaos Warriors. 3 of them are going to go for the Demon Prince. These 3 here. The rest are going to go for the Chosen, being 6 of them going for the Chosen. This is the champion here into the Demon Prince, though. 10 attacks from 3 models into the Demon Prince on 2s to hit. A couple of misses, but he does take 4 mortal damage. And these are forced to normally. Nurgle helped against 2 of them. But 4 mortal damage. He's got a 6-up board save.
Hey!
Takes 3.
Got 7.
Into the Chosen on 2s, and they suffer 7 mortal damage. Yeah, lots of that. And then these fail to hit, and then I need 5s to wound. Oh, we got 3 at Ren 2 against the Chosen.
3 5s.
2 additional damage. So that's going to be 9 damage on the Chosen. They have a 5-up board save.
Okay, 5s. Ooh, 2 dead Chosen.
Bang, bang. Boom. Yeah, there's 7 fails, so that'll finish off. There's just the Chosen. 2 wounds.
Yeah,
Count down. Okay, yeah. Then there are 2 Chosen left with 4 wounds in the whole unit. That's it for my. Oh, I got to fight with something else. I'm going to fight with these Dawn Riders over here. They don't really need to pile in. They can just. I should have. It should not have. It's all good. It doesn't really matter who they all attacked. They're going to just attack from where they are into the Chaos Knights. Attacking with their lances. 3s to hit. Crit to mortal. And 4s to wound. Yeah, because they're corn. There we go. So we have 3 at Ren 1. Which is 4-ups, I assume. Oh, nice.
Yeah,
so that's a total of 4 damage.
Okay, that's just going to kill a Chaos.
Kill a
Get
guy,
the
yep.
wound. Let's take this guy.
I got 10 attacks on the horsies. 2s. Not 2s, sorry, 3s. And 5s. We wound 1 time, no rend.
Bang. Got it.
Nothing. That's it. We kill 1 Chosen or Chaos Knight. Those are my 2 attacks. You get to pick where to fight. I only really have these guys to fight. So
we're going to go here just because that's the only kind of impact I can have on them.
Yeah.
But I am controlling the objective now, so I do get 3 attacks each.
Yeah.
Hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s.
4s because of Banar, yeah.
It's 3 auto wounds.
Oh, nice. 2.
That's 5
in total.
wounds.
Rend 1. We make 2. We lose 1. But we do have Protection of Hish. We take 2. 1 more health before a model goes down. I will go with my Venari Lord, I suppose. We'll pile him in. And attack. 3s to hit with his weapon. Ooh, crit to mortals. That's 2 damage there. 5s to wound because of Nurgle. 2 of them. Rend 1.
Force.
That's a total of 4 damage.
So that's gonna just pull 2. This guy and this guy.
And then we have the mount itself. 5 attacks from the mount, 3s and 6s. No wounds there. And then we get to fight with our Cav guys. We'll do it properly. This guy will move to there. This guy will move into that spot. And then we'll attack with who we have. This guy will move up a little bit as well. 3s to hit. With 3 mortal damage. That should kill him. Look at that.
Just there.
So much interaction. Crit to mortal, crit to mortal, crit to mortal. That's it for my attacks. Demon Prince will go. Watch this unit buckle here.
Yeah, we're gonna do all out attack since he gets to fight twice.
He did all out defense earlier.
He did. You're right. I'm gonna save that for the Chosen then,
Yes.
or the Knights. Thank you for the reminder, Luka.
No problem.
Okay, that is 3 mortals
That'll be 3 mortals.
and 3s again. 2 at Rend 1.
2 at Rend 1. We have a 4-up save base. Oh, so that's 9 damage. So is that all of his attacks?
Yeah, that's all his attacks.
That's gonna kill not 3 of them. So they're 2 wounds each. So 2, 4, 6, 8, and then a damage on the unit. The 5-up board save would have been nice, but I couldn't afford just to keep them back doing nothing. Boom. There we go. And then
Let's have the Chosen go because his second attack is gonna be fights last. As much as it doesn't really impact it, we're gonna do it right.
yeah, I got no other attacks anyways.
Yeah, these guys will all attack. Let's do it. Bang. 2 mortals.
Boom, boom, boom. That's pretty good.
Not hitting on 3s.
Yeah, 4s.
Ha. 2 more. Rend 1, 2 damage.
Rend of 1, 5-ups. We're going to fail those. That's a total of 6 damage. That's going to be 3 more dead. But we're left with 3. And then the Demon Prince can fight again.
Yeah, let's just do this.
I know they're
we'll
next,
catch up with
but
the Knights. Yeah.
We'll just
catch up with the
finish
Knights.
them off here with the Demon Prince. And
3 mortals.
boom, that's going to kill off 2 more of them. We're left with 1 guy. That's
And
a
it wounds.
wound.
Rend of 1.
Rend of 1, and we're dead. There we go.
Bang.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I think we could probably call it there. We'll say they muck up them a little bit. I guess we'll resolve that attack.
let's resolve it and see
We'll
what it
see
looks
what they
like.
do there, but it's not looking good for my poor Lumineth there. Back it up in reverse and attack my Dawn
Yep,
Riders.
we're gonna get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think he's also in for 6.
Yeah, we'll call him in. He's good.
Yeah.
3 attacks, 18 attacks. Champion is not there. 4s to hit, I assume, with the -1.
Yeah, with it. This will be damage 1, wounding on 3s. Not too bad.
Rend 1, so that's going to destroy 1 of them. Put a wound on the unit so far. All of the steeds.
12 attacks, in on 5s. Nice.
Excellent.
Chaos Horses want this bad. Okay, 6 hits, wounding on 3s. Ooh, best they've ever done.
5 of them, eh?
Rend 0.
And we take no damage. Do lose the Dawn Rider. We'll lose you, I suppose. And we take a damage. Oosh. Aha. And that is the... And you get to roll the Eye of the Gods on them again. Or is the Demon Prince who did attack?
Demon Prince finished him off.
So on the Demon Prince.
Got a 2. I'll look that up. I think it's +1 move.
Heal 3, he's go right back to full.
Yep, right back to dead.
Yeah, pleased with that kill. I mean, those are, Blade Lord's pretty good kill. I think for scoring, I mean, I do okay on scoring, but realistically, that ain't going to hold up for 3 more battle rounds.
No.
I got 2 for holding that objective, 1 for holding this objective, and then I do hold the majority for 2 for 5, and I do get my battle tactic for a 9-point turn. Currently, as we're about to go to the 3rd battle round here, I am at 17, you're at 11. I got a great lead, but that numbers don't matter when you have no numbers left on the board. Pretty good lead there for me, but obviously I got like no models to play with. I'm curious on what a priority roll looks like.
Let's see that. Oh, no. Oh!
You win ties anyway, so...
Look at that.
Yeah, well, I assume you would like to take it.
Yeah, I'm going to take it.
Yeah, then I will graciously... Where is he? Move that out of the way. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, part of me was like, hey, maybe I'll let Luka take the double turn and force him to play it.
You could, because I could take a battle tactic. There's always that.
Yeah.
But as much as I was able to free up over here, you could just charge them up, gum them up there. That's your objective. That's your objective. That's eventually going to... Demon Prince goes to clean them up. And then I'm left with these guys and my wizard.
Yeah, because these guys rally, maybe I get 1 more, and then just boom.
Yeah. You're free to clean up everywhere else. That's a sad outcome here for the Realm Lords, but it was my first time trying them out. Yeah. I was when it went with the Light of Eltharion going down there and losing the priority there. I will say this is the only game I've had where losing the priority felt kind of bad, because I've lost the priority lots of times before. I'm like, it's not a big deal, it's whatever. These guys are kind of paper thin, so don't like that so much about them. But that could be like, if I had a few more strikes first when you initially charged them, I could hit you back before you hit me. I could have saved my Warden's lives. Those didn't line up. I failed my counter charge over here to keep my Light of the Eltharion alive. Wasn't like the Lumineth being too soft. I lost a lot of critical rolls.
Yeah, you were 3 for 3 on their dedicated fights first ability.
Yes, I lost on there. I lost their fights first ability every single time. I would have deployed a little bit different. I would have put this and the Blade Lords right in the middle next time and just kind of moved it up. That would have probably been better, but that's okay for next time. I'll know that. Not a big deal.
What do you think was probably your highlight of playing this army the first time?
I liked, it's kind of, I liked the -1 to hit and the crits to mortal everywhere, I guess.
I'll be honest, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was, I liked, the fights first with the crits to mortal would have been kind of nice, but it's not necessarily a mechanic I love overall in the game, because it's not, I don't like non-interaction, where it's just like, I just rolled 5s and you take your models off the table. Yeah. It's not great, but it's the rule they have, so it is what it is. Elf stuff. The elves are so weak that they have to give them mortal wounds on their attacks just to make them
just to do some damage.
Just to do some damage. I mean, I get it. It's all good.
And they did. They cleaned up 5. That's 5 chosen is not an insignificant amount of damage.
I was very glad with that initially, and I was thinking to myself, if I got that strikes first, I could have killed maybe a couple more chosen. If that 10-man squad got to kill a couple chosen, like just those guys making fight first rolls. I think the nature of Lumineth, I typically like to play death armies because they're not super volatile early on. They could just kind of take a hit. They always typically play to turn 5. Whereas armies like Saves the Darkness or Lumineth are typically only really going to play the first 3 rounds. Yeah. And then try and play I'm not used to that kind of gameplay, so it's just like turn 1 or 2 over like a standard kind of. I hate that. I hate that so much. I'm like, the game gives you 5 turns to play, and like these guys were gonna fizzle out in the first 3 of the game. I'm like, well, I mean, I guess that's just the nature of them. Am I not going to play them again? No, I'll definitely play them again. I was disappointed by the Light of the Eltharion's performance. I just rolled bad. He had a 3-up save. I failed over half of his 3-up saves.
And that's the other thing, is like I needed to kill him quick because his damage 3, rend 3 was just wild. He was going to clean guys' clocks. He
would have probably killed hopefully a knight or 2 a turn.
I would say 2 or 3.
Which would add up to a lot, but it was, again, them failing their counter charge mean you could put all of the attacks. I mean, if you didn't put attacks on him, they could have been fighting you a couple more times. I think putting all the attacks on him would have been the right call, but you might have decided to attack them because they actually have rendable attacks or rendable saves and all that fun stuff. But that's the end of this one here, folks. Rough start for the Lumineth, but it's not the end. Correct. They got to start somewhere. They got to start somewhere. Thank you for the game there, Brett.
Yeah, thank you, Luka.
You got your revenge on last time. We played in 3rd edition. Apparently, I played Beastclaw Raiders, and I don't remember it.
I was smiling the entire time, but I was crying and weeping inside. I got charged off the board. It was glorious.
Did I just have like 1 Stonehorn? Did I have Mournfang? I had 2 Stonehorn. Gross. I hate. I have no idea what compulsion it was to play Beastclaw Raiders. I think never played them.
And genuinely my fault is I said I've never played against this, and then your brain went to, let's get him.
Yeah, let's get him. I must have had I must have been bored playing the armies I was playing at the time. I must have wanted to try something else out new. I cannot remember the last time I wanted to play Beastclaw Raiders. I fundamentally hate that army because of all the nonsense from 1st edition and 2nd edition. Now they're a little bit more like, their rules make more sense. I feel less bad playing against it, but I hated them in the previous
Now that I remember,
editions.
it was that map campaign, so I think you had to play a destruction, and you just played trolls and didn't want to do that.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay, if I had to play Destruction, which is, I rarely play Destruction to begin with. I played Gloomspite Gits.
Yeah, I think that was where you got forced to do it.
All right, that makes sense too. Why would I play? I could have been, maybe I was playing someone. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I guess I was playing a Destruction army. That definitely makes it a little bit more clear. All right, that's it for this one, folks. We're signing off. There will be more AOS to come. I think 2 other studios here recording AOS games, so you might see them before this, after this. It's like Alariel versus Archaon. Oh yeah. And then we had a couple of the Giants versus literally Stone Beastclaw Raiders, I think, in the room behind us. Yeah. So yeah, you'll see them coming. Lots of AOS. Lots of volatile AOS games coming up in the future, so look forward to that. Happy wargaming, everyone.